Hi everyone. I'm doing a recording because Pastor Michael says I can do a recording, and I personally think I'm very skilled at talking, less so than talking. During this, I think I should say, this week of just me going through devotions, I've picked out Matthew 7, verse 1 to 6, not just because it's the first 6 verses, but it's a very, I would say, intriguing verses. Is do not judge others. Judging others is something I say I would do a lot, and to read this verse is kind of just reminds me of like what I shouldn't be doing. The first verse is very bold, very brightly says, "Do not judge, or you will be judged too," and that is very true in a lot of situations where I do jump to conclusions quite often in my life, where I quickly judge people for how they look, how they act, or how they just interact with people. Like for example, in school, there's a handful of people I used to judge a lot for how their mannerism was, and it wasn't like the healthiest thing, I must say. It was pretty bad for what I was doing, and I always thought I was doing the right thing, like it was all right, I should say, for judging people, until I kind of just remember like this verse when I was reading it in Bible class in grade 10 is, why do you look at the specks of sawdust in your brother's eyes and pay no attention to the own planks to your own eyes? Which is kind of just symbolized, you look at all the nitty gritty things in other people. Why don't you see the big wood in your eye, or the big imperfection in you? It is very easy for people to look at the small little things of people and not to realize that one big thing about yourself. So that's kind of my devotions. So what to reflect on, I guess it's mostly don't judge people when you yourself have planks or specks in your eyes. In general, you shouldn't just be judging how people, talk, speak, react, or how they would rather write or do a recording. Each of us are different in each way, and we shouldn't just always jump to conclusions. That's what I kind of set out, because the more I jump to conclusions, the more yeah, bye. Thank you. Goodbye.